Hi guys, we're just back at the garage studio in Chessington that we completed last year for drummer Matt Corbett, who's got his own YouTube channel. Put the link in the description. We're going to meet him later on. We're going to be doing a live test on this with a dB meter, so stick around for that. Just before we do that, let's have a little look around the studio. So this is a full garage conversion room within a room. There's actually a storage area the other side of this wall, which has got a roller shutter door at the front, which has got like a washing machine, tumble dryer in. So we've got some acoustic panels. I think this was the Cara LED colour. We'll have to check that. But yeah, we've got a number of portrait panels. We've obviously got 3 on this wall, 3 on this wall, and then we've got 3 corner bass traps and 1 horizontal panel. Couldn't actually get a bass trap in this corner. It's over here, so we haven't done one there. Obviously got the studio window, which has got 8 layers of glass in. Oh, another horizontal panel there. Full ventilation system. So we've got the fan on this one is in the storage area. This duct here is sucking the air out. And then we've got another vent over there, which came all the way through the ceiling to outside the bricks. And we did a vent on the outside, obviously to draw air back in. This only works when the door's fully shut. Creates a bit of a vacuum. That's a little kit. Wow. This is the main kit, obviously. I think Matt will talk about this when he comes and tells us about his gear. So we'll get to that shortly. He obviously does a bit of recording in here and stuff. So stay tuned, guys. We're going to be getting Matt out shortly to come and test the kit. Get a dB meter. Let's see how loud it is in here. I'll have a little walk around and we'll see what we can hear. Hopefully it'll be good. See you shortly. Okay guys, so we're just about to go into the studio to meet Matt. He's going to talk us through how he uses the room. He's going to play us some stuff so we can actually hear that outside with a dB meter. Yeah, let's go in and meet him. Here he is. Hello Matthew.
Hello.
So, what do you think of the room?
It's great. It's a perfect space. I'm down here most days.
Yeah.
Whenever I can be. Either playing myself or teaching on the lovely.
That is, I was going to say, that is super small kit. What sort of age people do you get on that?
It's about, I get about 8, 9-year-olds.
8, 9-year-olds, yeah.
So it does a job up to them, but then I put them on this one. I got that one sometimes myself.
The thing is, if you can make that sound good, then this will obviously sound amazing.
Exactly.
So yeah, so you've been using it for teaching and a bit of practicing and that sort of stuff?
Yeah. And then obviously recording videos for my channel, the whole mic setup here.
Which is?
Corbett drums.
Corbett drums, obviously put a link in the description for that. Obviously you can click on that. How many videos you got on there?
Quite a few. I've been doing it really since about December last year. So
Yeah. So
December the year before, 2023.
Right. So prior to obviously this room, which is a garage conversion, you had the room down at the bottom of the garden. Can we see that from here? Yeah. So that was kind of a little bit of a log cabin type thing, isn't it?
Yes.
Now I guess that sort of thing, it's like a giant speaker.
Yes, yeah, we didn't realise that at the time. And then we got a noise complaint and we're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Making it louder, yeah.
So obviously having a dedicated space is good for, I guess, for recording, obviously keeping the neighbours happy and all that. And then obviously then you can sort of practice at different times of the day or night without sort of disturbing anyone. So you haven't had any problems so far. For the people who are into gear and stuff, obviously, what's the kit you're using here?
So this is a Premier 22-inch shell pack. It's about 500-600 on from Gear for Music.
Yeah.
Nice. I've got a Tama G-walnut snare here.
Let's see if we can get that.
Which is
That's nice.
Snare. I bought that quite recently. And then in a case over there is a 1967 Ludwig
Wow.
steel snare, which is very nice, which was quite a random find, but I bought that.
What sort of depth is that? Is like
That's a 5.5.
Yeah.
So, 14 by 5.5. So it's a lovely little thing. I did that up a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, nice. Yeah. And then symbol-wise, obviously you got the old Byzance,
Yes,
which
that's my pride and joy. And then the rest of the HCS, which saying there that mine was cheapest line of cymbals, do a smashing job, to be fair.
that sounds great. And obviously on this kit you've got Evans. I guess they're a bit like the pinstripes, Remo pinstripes, but
exactly.
are these sort of like a double head?
Yes,
I guess. Yeah.
EC2s, and then the E-Man
EMAD, that's basically what I use. So they obviously give you that bottom end. It's kind of, you don't have to use too much dampening, do you? And then mics, you're using a Gear for Music kit,
yeah,
was
yeah,
it?
this was a kit. This was not much at all. About 250, I think it was, quite a while ago. But they do quite a good job. Not quite professional standard, but
yeah,
they do a job for YouTube. So.
And then you obviously that's gone into the Behringer sound card type thing, like interface.
Yeah. Which I got with this as well, which was another couple of hundred on top of it all.
So I mean, for not that much, like you can obviously get a bit of a
for reasonable
recording setup, can't you?
Yeah.
Once you've got the room.
Yeah.
Although you did do obviously some of your videos. Obviously, if people check out your channel,
Yes.
some of your videos were obviously done in the giant speaker, weren't they?
Which the sound quality in terms of recording is much different.
Yeah.
It's a lot better in here than it was in there.
Yeah, so it's a bit more focused, I guess, and
Yeah.
less kind of boomy. Yeah.
Exactly.
So what we're going to do is we're going to film you playing in here, and then we're going to record on the dB meter. We're going to set that to maximum hold. So at the moment it's 71, 72, just with us talking. We're going to get you to play it. We'll keep that recording. Now I'm just going to walk around outside and obviously have a look through the window. Just to say, the rooms aren't 100%. You are going to hear a little bit of something outside, and obviously the more sound you're making, the more you're going to hear it a little bit. Let's get that camera set up, and then we shall get you playing. Okay, so we started the camera. dB meter is ready to record the highest level. So we think it's going to be about 111, which we tested it before. That's pretty loud.
Yes.
But obviously just dig in a little bit on this, you know. Okay, so I'll shut the first door, and then if you want to start playing, then we'll just see what it's like through the first door, and then shut the second door, and then I'll have a walk around. Okay?
Sounds good.
Cheers, buddy. Okay, so that's through the first door. Obviously, that's doing some of the heavy lifting. Let's try and shut the second door. Well, that significantly takes it down. We've also got a train station at the back here, which obviously when that gives a bit of kind of background noise. It's quite quiet at the moment though. So around here, I'd say I'm about 7 or 8 meters away. Obviously nothing that would cause any alarm to anyone if they were sat out. Obviously I am listening out for it, so you kind of home in on it a bit more. Let's just go right up to the window. So let's just go around the front. Obviously going past the door there, you can hear it a little bit. Let's just get the other side of this fence, which actually, the fence does actually create a barrier. Obviously around the front, we're not getting any of that tiny bit of high frequency sound that's actually you can hear at the door. There's a storage area at the front here, so obviously there's a bit of an air gap between where the drums are and obviously the internal soundproof wall, and then there's like a cavity for storage. Let's just go to the front of the house and let's see what we can hear. Okay, so I'm probably about 20 meters away. So I've got really struggled to hear that. Let's go back round and see what the dB meter's saying. Hopefully that was successful. That's the second take we've done, because first time the dB meter didn't work and you obviously forgot to press record. Okay, so that's recorded. So, dB meter that time, we got to 114.5, which is very loud. So every 9 or 10 dB, it sort of doubles in volume. 110 would be pretty much twice as loud as 100, and 120 obviously be twice as loud as 110. But yeah, about 115 is the equivalent of a loud rock concert.
Oh wow.
That's fantastic. So, well, great to see the studio, Matt. Thanks for showing us around.
Thanks for making it.
Yeah, no problem. As we mentioned, if anyone wants to get your YouTube channel, we'll obviously put a link in the description. You're also available for teaching in the Chessington area.
Yeah.
So you can obviously get you through YouTube or whatever. Thanks for showing us around, and we'll see you on the next one. Cheers.